It's August 7th, and just want to film a few things around the shop. I know a lot of you have been reaching out asking us if we're okay. We are okay. We've just been very busy. My pops is on vacation. He usually takes time off every year, at least anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. I'm by myself. My son is helping me, but he's kind of working off site for the time being. So let me just show you a few things that I'm doing today. Quick wristwatch check. I am wearing my Tudor Black Bay 58. It was a birthday present from my son, and I actually haven't wore it for a while, so put it back on the wrist today. Here's some of our inventory that we have. We don't have everything out. If you're looking for something, we do have a lot of stuff, but we're keeping a lot of stuff off site right now for security reasons. So if you want anything, any Rolex GMT, any Rolex Submariner, Daytonas, let us know. We can make an appointment, and you can come in whenever we set the appointment and take a look at what we have. Hey, here's this little guy that we just got in. We are asking $13,250 for this. This is an amazing piece. We just got this in. This is from 2019, but it is completely unworn, full set, and it's got the stickers. An amazing piece. $13,250. Give us a call, send me a text. So, let me take it off of this. As you can see, it's got the barcode sticker. Oh, we'll be right back.
And not knowing anything about watches, never used it, and was going to give it away to my grandson, my new son-in-law, and no, it's not working. So I took it to a shop to get a new battery, and apparently because of not using it, the battery leaked.
Okay.
Does that depend on how bad, or can it be repaired, or what?
You would have to bring it in. We got to take a look at it and see exactly what's wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah. It is something we can fix. We can give you a free estimate once we look at it.
Okay. Now, the next question is, I have an Omega watch. It was given to my father at his 26th anniversary of work
Okay.
in 1961.
Okay.
And I told my wife the other station deposit box and said, if it's only 8 years for 10 years, then maybe it's probably totally shot. Just being back for the minute and having a look at it.
Bring him in, sir. We can work on both of them. Not a problem for us. All right, I'm going to start listing a couple of watches online. I got this Christopher Ward. Beautiful, like olive green dial. And this new old stock Submariner from 2019. Stickers on it. Pretty cool. I'm gonna post them online. Oops. We post them on our website, on our eBay account on Chrono24, so we'll get that done. Here I've picked out a few trays of some odds and ends that we have. a variation of wristwatches, vintage and modern, but I think primarily I have some vintage ones to show. And yes, we are buying stuff like this, and we like to have some of this stuff on display because there are clients that come through here and they just want to see some vintage watches. Here we have a lot of Lord Elgins, Benrus, some different brands here. This is a very nice vintage GP, Gerard Perregaux. They've been around for a long time. They make very good quality watches. This is a nice kind of like an unknown brand, but it looks like a very expensive Vacheron or Patek. It's a manual wind watch with sub-seconds hand for what, $150. Not bad at all. We have another GP right here. It's a very thin watch. Beautiful watch. I love vintage watches. Although the market for vintage watches has been very soft for at least 5 years. This is a vintage Breitling. A couple other vintage Gerard Perregaux. Here we have a nice vintage Tudor wristwatch with a roulette date wheel. It switches from red to black. I know we put a new crystal on this. It's got the stainless steel case, the Rolex signed crown. I think we're asking like $1,500 for this. Here's a nice Omega from World War II. It's original dial on there, radium hands and numbers. Amazing watch. This is available. I think we just reduced the price, I think, to $2,500. It's a very cool Hamilton from the 1970s. Was my personal watch. I just don't wear it. I like it. I like it a lot. I put it out for sale. Zodiac Seawolf. Here are some lower end watches, but they're very cool. These are mostly for the looks. You know, you got an Endura World Time, but look at all the colors on there. Pretty cool. And this one has the original strap, which is kind of hard to get on this watch. And a couple of micro brands. This watch here appears to be like from the 1940s or 50s, but it's not. It's a modern reissue. Again, we have watches for every taste, every budget. Here's a cool Wittnauer with fancy lugs. Hamilton Thin-O-Matic. Bulova 23 jewels with 6 adjustments. Here's a cool vintage Benrus. I like Benrus watches a lot because the founder of the Benrus watch company, he was a Romanian Jew, and we are also Romanian. Benrus stems from the name Benjamin Lazarus. That was his full name. And on a lot of Benrus watches, you will see the 3 colors which represent the Romanian flag. Red, yellow, blue. Here we have some few Bulovas. And don't look at our prices because, I mean, we will work with you. Reach out to us. We'll work out a deal. Here I have a couple of very nice Bulovas that are manual wind. They're both from 1966. There we go. Look at that. It's like in mint condition. That one and this one. This is the same like that one except a different dial variation. Okay, something's going off, some alarm. Anyhow, ladies vintage Seiko little stopwatch here. Some lower end watches. A little bit of everything. There's a bunch of junk that I bought earlier. I really didn't want any of this stuff. I don't know, it looks like this stuff has been through a fire or something. Nothing really salvageable. I only paid 20 bucks for it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Can any one of you guess what this was? Look at the bezel. Look at the sign crown logo. And look at the back. Yep, a Zodiac Seawolf. Obviously the bracelet is not original. I don't know what in the world happened to this watch, but it looks like it's been in a fire or something. I might just try to restore the bezel to use for parts, and maybe the case. I can polish it, make it look nice like new. Here's what's inside of here. The steel was under very high heat because see how it blued? That's what we call blued steel. This is the self-winding rotor. Oscillating weight is completely locked up. It won't move at all. Anyways, this is the gasket that's just completely dried out. I guess I can show you some of the repairs that we have in right now. We have a ton of repairs. I'm really behind because my dad's on vacation, so I'm trying to hold down the fort by myself. He needs to come back. He's been gone since July 14th, and he's not coming back till August 21st. When he comes back, I need to take at least a week off. I think I'm going to show you some of the repairs that we got in. This came in from one of our jewelers from Oregon. It looks like it's a lady's Breitling. This is how they sent it in. So we got to figure out how much it'll cost to restore this Breitling for them. Here's a lady's solid gold Bomb and Mercier, and we estimated $200 to do a complete new movement swap. It's an ETA based movement and they are available. This here, it's a 31 millimeter ladies Rolex Datejust, obviously with an aftermarket mother of pearl dial. This watch is dirtier than it looks. It really needs a ton of work. The lady doesn't want to spend the money to do everything. The crown broke off, so we estimated $300 for a new crown. That's all we're doing on this. Over here we have, this is a watch that was purchased from me. It came back under warranty. As you can see, the hands do not line up properly, and I don't think it's just that hand misalignment. I think the hour wheel or cannon pinion, something is wrong inside. All right, what do we got here? Here we have a Gucci quartz watch, men's. This, customer brought it in for a battery replacement, but the movement is completely dead. I ordered a new movement. I could only find a movement for this in Egypt, of all places. Couldn't even find one in Switzerland. Here we have a ladies Rolex Datejust that just came in as well. It needs complete overhaul service. This is one that we're doing trade work for another person that's in the business. We're charging them $500. Everything needs to be taken apart, complete disassembly, cleaning, oiling, timing, adjusting for accuracy. Case and bracelet needs to be polished and cleaned. On this one, we're just doing a simple movement swap, and I think I told the young man $45. I'll just swap out the movement. He provided the movement. Easy does it. We're not servicing, nothing like that. This one, we're just swapping out the hands. I mean, I'm not sure what... Oh, he just didn't like the hands he has on, so he wants different hands. I told him $25 for that. All right, here we have a couple pretty cool vintage watches. They're not so easy to find. Here is a Citizen automatic dual date chronograph wristwatch. So you see a ton of vintage Seiko automatic chronographs, but not Citizen. Our minimum base cost to do a chronograph is around $450. But I'm not sure on this until we actually get into it, take it apart. If anything's broken, we might not be able to do it, or the cost might be higher. A Citizen alarm vintage watch, not easy to find. Not easy to find, folks. I think I quoted him $250 for an overhaul service. Not bad. We're gonna make it look and run beautiful for this young man. He got both of these watches, I think he said, from his grandfather. Right, this is a real Rolex, but all these diamonds were added after the fact by some jeweler, so it's all blinged out, or whatever you want to call it, iced out. Anyways, I looked inside and the watch is completely trashed. It's very worn out. Somebody put some glue on the balance wheel. I told him, listen, I don't want to work on this, come pick it up. And he keeps on insisting, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, you probably can't tell from just the video, but it's like, it's so worn out, like the self-winding rotor was rubbing against the rest of the movement, and a lot of the plating on the movement is gone. And again, glue on the balance wheel. Yeah, it doesn't wind, it doesn't set. I didn't even take it apart completely. If I try to take it apart to give them a more accurate estimate and something happens, then it's on me. So I told him, hey, come pick up the watch. I cannot do it. It's a Signum Cuda. Signum. So if you've heard of Signum watches, the owner, Kyle, very good guy. One of the best micro brands that we work with. We don't do a lot of warranty repairs for them. We don't get a lot of work from them. But I mean, that's a good sign. That means their watches are good and they don't break down. This has just a minor issue, like the luminous pip fell from the bezel insert. So he sent me a new bezel insert, so I got to swap that out for the customer. Here, this is another micro brand that I like a lot, Isotope. I forgot what the deal is with this one. Water and, okay, the bezel also, the bezel insert. You see, a lot of times people buy these new watches, whether it's a micro brand or any other watch for that matter, and they go in a hot jacuzzi with them, and that can, even a hot jacuzzi, or let's say a pool with a lot of chlorine in there, can damage, cosmetically can damage the watch from the outside. So this watch, the bezel insert was slightly damaged, and I bet it went into a hot tub. Here we have a vintage Omega DeVille quartz. This watch was sent for warranty repairs. It was working perfect, but it stopped for some reason. I don't know. We got to take it apart and figure out what the problem is. This is a Zodiac automatic triple date moon phase. We did the repairs on this. We're just doing minor adjustments right now. All right, here we have an Omega Geneve funky shaped case. I mean, obviously I didn't look up the year, but you know this is 1970s. I have not given the client an estimate on this. This is a pocket watch. The case looks really nice because I already did the case, which was kind of stupid because technically we only do the cases like when we do the job completely, but I ended up doing the case, didn't do the movement yet. So when we do the movement, I'll have to take the case back and just clean it and heated ultrasonic cleaning. It's hard to tell, but I actually did a nice job on this case. I polished it very nicely. It is a solid gold case, and I polished it inside and out. Hard to tell because my camera skills are not that great, but my polishing skills were really great on this. I spent time on it, but you know what? I enjoy polishing stuff. And complete restoration is going to be $350. This is a modern Tag Heuer automatic wristwatch, stainless steel with date. The watch has an issue with the crown not engaging properly. $300 for service on this. Here is a very old pocket watch, an Elgin. You know, it's funny that pocket watches don't have a lot of value anymore. And I told the client that the watch is like literally not worth anything. Look at, I don't know if you can see, look at the crown. This watch was used daily for like 100 years because I've never in my life seen a crown this worn out. The case used to be gold filled, is down to the absolute brass. And it's a screw back case. It's a base metal case. Simple movement. I think it's got a, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if the balance staff was broken or not, but anyways, quoted the gentleman $250 to restore the pocket watch. What we're gonna do, we're gonna polish this case and we're gonna spray it with the clear coat enamel to kind of preserve the color. It's gonna be a nice yellow color. So we're gonna put a new crystal, a new crown, and service it. He's spending $250 to do it because he said it was his grandfather's pocket watch. So that's cool. Because here's the thing, a watch like that, after you restore it, maybe it's worth $75, okay? But you can actually get 40 or 50 years of use out of it. We got a Zodiac. Hey, it's just the case. Nope, but we got everything separately because he had somebody refinish the dial for him. So we're gonna service the Zodiac Seawolf, do the case, put the dial that he just refinished back on the movement. We have a couple very low-end watches. This is an Arnex pocket watch. It's a manual wind pocket watch. This is from the 70s. It's just a gold-plated pocket watch. Like something like this, you can't even polish because if you put it on your buffing machine, you take all that yellow color off and it turns white. This is from 1970s. The pocket watch just needs cleaning. That's it. Service. Take apart, clean, oil, time adjust. Same with this watch. Same person. This is a what, ladies Benris. There you go. Like a bangle or a cuff. I don't know what you call this. Bangle, cuff, wristwatch, manual wind, small, 1950s. Anyhow, I think I told her $150 a piece to service these. Now here we have some watches from good old Uncle Seiko. Some of you know him. His name is Larry. Anyways, this is an Omega Constellation. It's $250 that we are servicing for him. Beautiful pipe hand Constellation. And then he has a couple of Speedies that he sent us. More or less they're the same, just to put the pushers on back for him. So I'm probably going to charge him like $25 a piece just to take out, put the pushers back in. That's it. We got a ton of pocket watches in for repairs lately. This is, yeah, what did we do? $200 to restore this. I mean, it really, all it needs is service. We have to service this. This repair actually is costing this lady $275. So I haven't worked on it yet. That's why I'm touching it with my bare fingers. I do not like doing partial repairs, but we get stuff like this all the time. Like the hour hands are not matching, meaning they're not lining up properly. It can be that the watch was dropped and they just came out of alignment, and it can be an easy fix, like just removing the hands and putting them back in the 12 o'clock position. It's always better to just do a full overhaul, but the customer just wants the hands reset. And here, this is the same customer, beautiful Omega, and I love Omegas. I used to actually collect Omegas too. Here we have quite a few watches. And they're all like not worth doing, and I told this guy, don't do any one of these. This is a Art Deco Elgin. It's a very beautiful watch, but needs a lot of work. $275. And then, you know, more or less, he sent me a lot of Gruens like this. And I mean, they're nice, but I told him like $275 a piece if he wants to service them. And yeah, you know, they need parts, they need crystals, stuff like that. And look, like look how it looks inside. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but that's rust. All right, here we have a pocket watch conversion to wristwatch. The guy dropped this watch, he broke the balance staff. I told him $200. And this is yet another pocket watch. And this just came back today. We worked on this pocket watch. It came back earlier today. As you can see, it's 8 p.m. right now. I think the guy came in like at 10 in the morning. I wound it, set the time. The pocket watches ran perfect. I do not think this gentleman knows how to use this pocket watch. It needs to be wound. If you have a pocket watch and you want to use it daily, you have to wind it daily, and you have to wind it all the way. Turn the crown forward until it stops, otherwise it's not going to run, you know, a full. Technically these were made to run about 36 hours. This is Divas Vortex watch, automatic. Okay, so I just got these in, so I gotta look to see what the client wants on them. One is a modern and one is a vintage Benrus. Likely just overhaul service. It's time to go home. Degrees. It's 8 in the evening. On my way home. Yep. I'm watching this guy. He's a good guy. A lot of people have reached out to me personally to find out if we're okay, if everything's going good, and they also said that they want to see more videos. I still want to continue to do the YouTube videos. I love YouTube. It's time consuming because even though, you know, sales are not great at the moment, it's still busy. We're still very occupied daily with clients, with repairs, with requests. That's it for now. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys.